Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at Rsereve rights, which is ticker RSR. It's an asset that I've been holding for quite a long time. I'm heavily underwater, but also been accumulating and trying to bring the average price down. It's an asset that I think fundamentally is one of the strongest out there, but along with some of the stable assets or some of the assets that provide the stable coins, they got absolutely obliterated last year, and 2022 were horrific for RSR. I think it lost about 97% from the all-time highs. But it is what it is, and like I say, fundamentally for me it's a strong asset. And I think we've had a lot of VCs selling over the course of the last 18 months, so let's keep his fingers crossed that that's over with now. But look at the charts. This is the daily time frame, the Huobi chart, and I'm using this chart because that's predominantly most of the data. If you look at this on a weekly time frame, you can see that we've got data right back to the beginning there, back in May of 2019, which is a long old time ago now. We do know previous price has been all the way up to there at around just under 12 cents, and that happened on the 19th of April 2021, and like I say, ever since then it's been turmoil, hasn't it? It has been horrific, and we've come down to some lows that you wouldn't have thought could have been expected. We came all the way down to 0.002681. People always think as well, is it going to go lower? At some point, if you are fundamentally happy with the asset, you do have to start buying, and I've been buying some more. Let's just get rid of a bit of a TA. Let's just get rid of everything, and we'll start again with all that. So as you can see, prices come down. We've hit a bottom here, and we'll mark that bottom up firstly. So the bottom here was at that region which I mentioned, and we did bounce on there so far. And if we're looking at a current price action from where we've bounced to a current price or the highest point, which was yesterday, we've gone 118%, which is it's not a mammoth amount in crypto, especially considering that we've been down a hell of a lot. And even if you look at this, if you zoom right in, we've got a long way to go before we can get close to all-time highs. If you look at that from the current price up to all-time highs, you've got to do a 20x before you can get up there. So a long way off. Personally, I don't know if all-time highs will come within the next couple of years, but I think we'll start to see some significant growth across this, as long as the general crypto market behaves. But while we're on a weekly time frame, let's just have a look at a couple of things. We've got a double top here, which closed on those weekly candles, and we did reject from there. So let's just have a support line around those candles there. So if we just put that on, bang, you can see it's not clear. I mean, we've got a wick there which lands on it perfectly. We've got a wick there where it rejects on it perfectly, and we've got a double closure here. So for me, that's a major level, and that's just below that 1 cent region, up at 0.0099. So that's a big area for it to get through. As you can see, this could be that range-bound price action area now where we are and where we stay for a while. If we look at this, if you ever use this chart here, this tool date and price range, if you go from the bottom of a range up to the top of a range, that then gives you a central trading area, which is the EQ, the equilibrium. So that is the first major level of resistance we need to get through, which is 0.00639. I think if the price does get back above there, we are going to target the range highs. But for now, if you're looking to accumulate or take profit, I think this region is the first major area to take profit, and we'll just put a little box on it there. First TP is around 0.006. And then beyond that, we've got TP up at this region up here at just around 1 cent, potentially just a couple of points lower than that 1 cent region, because who knows, you know what the market's like, we dump before we get to those round numbers. So that's a couple of take profit regions in the meantime. Firstly though, let's just go step back a little bit, and we'll have a look at the daily time frame, and we'll have a look at this latest move here. I mean, we did a move here, we retraced around 38%, and then we're pushing up now. If you're looking for some buys, it'll probably look better on the 4 hour. Yeah, it's a bit better. So if we look at this entire move here, from the bottom to the top, we are starting to retrace a little bit, but that's because Bitcoin's pulled back. If you look at this entire move here, and you're looking for some buys, then there's a good chance that you're going to load up at half of a cent, and then use these Fibonacci's down here. If you can, I'll zoom right into it, you can see them. At 0.0047, 45, 41, and then 37. They're areas where, if you're looking to buy for the long term, I think will be great opportunities there. And then if this move collapses past there, then you're going to be holding for a little bit longer. But then I'd look back down to this region down here around 0.0026. So that's areas you potentially should consider if you're looking to load up. And then you could even use that in the short term, especially these ones here. I mean, if this continues down, it taps at 0.5%, and then it pushes back up. It's already happened once. If you look at this wick here, we got right down towards that 50% fib and we pushed on. So there's nothing to say that won't happen again. But for me, everyone is in two different minds. Is this just a bear market rally? Is this the start of a new cycle? Are we going to dump back down to 12k regions where everyone's expecting? There's a lot of bullish narrative coming out of China and Hong Kong at the minute, which could potentially swing things in our favour. And I'm more inclined to say the bottom's in. Whether the bottom is retested again, that's an unknown. But for me, I think that we've... Let me just show you a quick Bitcoin chart, if I think I've still got it somewhere. Might be this one. Let's have a quick show you before we jump into some more TA on outside. If you look at previous bull markets I'll show you, say, bear markets. These are bear markets here in Bitcoin. Every time we get to around a year, 427 days there, that were a little bit longer, we started to push up, and that was the start of the next cycle. Then in 2018, we dumped for around 364 days, which was 52 weeks, and that was the bear market. The exact same's happened here again so far. We've dumped down. We've actually done 364 days, a little bit longer. I think it was about 380, and then we started to push up. But it just gives you an idea that every bear market lasts around a year, and then the price just starts to climb up. If you look at the previous cycle here, it obviously climbed up, but we do get some big dumps. That was a COVID dump back in March 2020. There's always something like that could happen. We could now start to get some bullish price action to push us up towards that 28k region or 30k region, and then we could have something like China and America go to war, which could slam us back down, and then something like that happens. But for me, I think now that the ongoing trend is going to be up. I know there's a fact that we can still come down, but I think that we have had that yearly period now where we have had that mass reduction in prices across some assets, and RSI got absolutely obliterated, like I say, 97% down. At some point, you have to say, look, I think we're close enough to a bottom. I'm happy to invest. And I've thought that with RSI. I actually started to buy some up here. I bought a little bit down here. I've not got as much as I should have, but let's just see what goes on the price. I will happily buy more up here, but I'd rather see some breakouts to give me a little bit more confidence. So I think if we do push above 0.6 of a cent and then above 1 cent, then that will give me some grounds to potentially look at buying. But overall, I'm fairly bullish. I know it's going against the grain because the macro outlook, which is led by the US, is looking bleak, and you would expect that could be in a bear market rally. But crypto, we have got, it's a global asset. Anyone can trade it. Anyone can push it. China have been out of the game now for a couple of years, and they banned Bitcoin and any crypto and mining, etc. They was one of the biggest crypto miners. That got banned. The signs that Hong Kong are now starting to adopt it coming in towards June, that means retail buyers can buy BTC and ETH. That could just be the starting blocks for, who knows, it could be the testing blocks for China. They could be testing the waters, and then from there they could push on. Total speculation, but big things happen in crypto, and it's not always down to the US economy, which is leading. I know over the last year we've been following the SPX, and the DXY has been pumping, which has been pulling us down. But at some point we will get away from that narrative, and who knows, we could be coming towards that within the next 6 months to 12 months. But fingers crossed we do, because it's getting a bit mundane, isn't it? But yeah, that's it really. I've talked about buy zones around there, sell zones there, and then anything beyond that, you're going to start looking towards the bottom of this at around 1.3 cent, and then this big area up here at 2.1 cent. That's a big area where I will look to start to take some big levels of profit off if RSI does get there. And why will it not get there? I think it's a decent asset, and I really think that holding on over the longer period of time, which is my preferred option, I prefer investing to daily trading. I think you will start to reap those rewards. But that's it. We covered a few topics there, mainly RSI, but that is it. I'm going to try and do a video every day this week, so make sure that you come back. Make sure that if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that like button. Channel's been underwater for quite a while, so we'll try and get a bit of life back in this channel now. But like I say, that's it. If you're new here, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button. Catch you next time.